T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm chill reviewing Fans Toys FT-44 Thomas. Thomas is what Fans Toys is hoping you'll put in your Transformers Masterpiece collection as the Decepticon triple changer, Astrotrain. On the back of the packaging, we can see this blue stand for him in robot mode. It does not come with that. It's sold separately. As per the norm, we get this instruction manual with varying degrees of helpfulness. Of course, we get this collector's card, stats on the back, and a bio if you can read this. Thomas's main accessory is this extremely long rifle right here, just like he had in the G1 Toy days. If you stuff it with tissue or something, he can even use this Transformers Siege Blast effect. Thomas looks extremely cartoon accurate, which is great. Nice reflective eyes, awesome. Cartoon accurate smoky gray, cool. I didn't remove that sticker because this is not my figure. This figure is on loan to me from Matt the Bot Supplier by way of Nick the Toy Guy. Link in the description if you want to see what else Nick has. As far as my review on what he looks like, I love him. He looks awesome. If you're going to buy this, buy some spudgers if you don't have them. Makes your life easier. You can pop that off, pop this off, grab his other face, pop that in right here, grab this thing right here, put it back, and now he has this pissed off face. Don't F with me. Love it. If you don't like him being cartoon accurate, you can throw this on there. He never had this on a cartoon. Maybe 1 or 2 episodes or something by accident in one scene. Well, there you are. I think they should have held off on this until they made a white version of this guy, because I'm not used to him having this color scheme with a wing chest. It folds that much, and you can't completely fold it shut because you can only basically fold it one at a time. Comes off easy enough as it goes on. Didn't go into it, but transparent, translucent details right there. Only thing he's missing is a Decepticon logo. Fresh out of package, the little plastic they put on him left a filmy residue on there, so I did have to wipe them off, which was annoying. Not that annoying, but I wanted to mention it. As far as anything I don't like, it's so few. Let me just mention it now. This could be tighter, which I can actually do if I put floor polish on there, but then that would make me take all day for me to be able to review this thing, and I don't have that kind of time. Anywho, and oh yeah, this. You can rotate the waist and lift up on the crotch panel so his legs can go up, but when you do that, you can't lift up the other panel. That's kind of frustrating because I'm a posing type of guy, but we know this is Fans Toys. But what you could do is lift this up a little bit, and he can turn a little bit, and you'll get a little bit of motion up out of there on both sides, depending on what you need. But you can't get full use of the rotation, unfortunately. Let's get into the rest of the articulation. The head, unlike some of their other figures, can look up very high. I thought it was a ball joint at first. I like that. Especially comes in handy for flying poses. Can't really look down, but swivels. Arm goes out that far, but of course you can rotate this and get the arm out that much. In fact, no, it stops. Swivel right here, double bent right there. This upper joint was crazy super tight. I thought it couldn't bend at first, but it can. Rotates at the wrist, all the way around actually. Ball joint at the base, hinge right there. All the fingers on your typical Fans Toys 2 hinge motion right there. So all the fingers look like that, and they bend like that, which is awesome. So the waist, the legs, if you move the panels out the way, can go out to the side that much. Just friction can come forward, ratcheted, goes back that much unless you unhook the butt flap, and you can get it back a couple clicks. Swivels here, bends right there, but you can bend this joint down the bottom very super crazy, feel like you're gonna break it stiff. You can bend it more than 90 if you really want that. Ankles kind of weak right here as far as going forward and back, but the ankle pivot, that's a good ankle pivot right there. That's awesome. So articulation is a little bit above your standard transformer, but not groundbreaking because there's no ab crunch or forward and back motion on the it's just that little bit of forward and back motion on there. That's not really going to help you with too much. His back right here, this bugged me because I'm used to the thrusters being outward facing on most Astrotrain toys, but looking at the cartoon image, this is accurate, except he has no thrusters. If you want thrusters coming out, these are on ball joints. You can bring that out, lift this up, and bring that up like that. So you can get that look if you wanted to, and that's cool. Paint is nice, love it. All right, here's this comparison so you can see he's close to their heights. And here's all this. All right, here's one more comparison I wanted to do. Ocular Max, Blast Off, whatever his name is. All right, transformation. Take this out of his hand. It pegs in the same way as you normally would peg in. You can move that back. That's done. Put the thumb like that. Close the fingers. And yeah, now we can unpeg right here. Well, two places actually, but unpeg from here. Rotate that like this and lift that up like that. Now on this side we can open that up and flip the hand in like this. Shut it and basically go ahead and put it like that, and can do the same stuff on this side. All right, before we forget, rotate the face around basically. Now we can lift these up right here. They do peg down on the two little pegs right there. Now we need to push this away from the body basically. And at this point, we can squeeze these shoulder things inward and lift this up off of there. Right here, it like kind of sits onto there. That's why you have to squeeze these in, because they get in the way. Kind of let that dangle. And now you can put the head down and rotate these inward. Come on, man. There we go. Rotate them inward like that. And now you can take the shoulders, put them up like this. You can rotate the arms this direction and start bringing them back this way. While we're doing that, we can lift this into here and kind of bend the arms out the way. Shut them, or try to bring it together as much as possible. And you should have access to swing that over top of this direction. And we can plug that together so they don't move. But basically leave this dangling around for now, because we need to unpeg these shoulder pieces right here from here. Unpeg that out. Bring that down. They're on this little hinge right here. This guy is such a dark color. But basically, get it down, and then this needs to like kind of rotate up here. It's on a screw. The little ridges on the screw will stop it a little bit. But basically, we want to move it up into this orientation, and this peg goes into there, and this peg goes into a peg down into the purple part that you probably can't see. But before that, we need to get this one out, swivel it up like that, and right here we can pull this out, lift up on this part. If it won't lift out, you can move the arms back some, but basically just get it up enough to give you space to plug this into those two areas I just said, and on the side like that. Now that's shut. Alright, let's get these out the way. Or no, you can leave it like that. At this point, we can shove this like this. Bring. I closed this prematurely, I guess, because now it won't let me bring that down. Alright, bring that down. But before we curl these all the way up, here's a big major annoying problem. There are pegs here and there that goes into two slots right there. You wanna move that up, get those two pegs in there at first, plug them in first, then you want to bend this and plug this into all that. If you don't do that first, it's damn near impossible. You can make this meet up with that, and basically the wings right here can stay like they are. You just need to start worrying about the legs. Unpeg the butt, start flipping this around right here, bring this outward, and you can flip this around right there. Back here, there's a little silver button right here that you can push in and make the hips drop down so they can come together, and it'll look like this. Now on the legs though, we need to move this out, swing this panel up, and then bring this up and out like that. Now at this point, we can open this thing up so we can slide that down, and then this knee joint that is very, very hard to bend, we need to attempt to, actually, once we move this down, we can go ahead and close that up. Bend the knee until everything is combined up in there. You can shut this toe, and this heel right here that's showing this right there at the bottom, you need to rotate that so it can look like the front of the train. And we can shut this and rotate this and bring this down until it's in basically that orientation right there. Same stuff over here. Remember, it can still bend right there. Let's go ahead and open that now. Rotate this in, lift that up, lift this out, bend it into that orientation. Shove the leg down, close that in, and then start combining wars in this hip. Hip down. I'm so scared I'm gonna pinch my frickin' finger. I haven't done that yet, but oof. Bend the toe in, just the toe in, and now we can kind of bend that out. Start getting this down so we can get this stuff into place. Shove this over top of, oh wait, I didn't rotate this so that we can shove that over top of that. Now we should be able to plug everything together and peg this into that right there. This part always tricks me up, but here's what I know. You take the wing, there's a little tiny tab, and this thing is so awkward. Slide, the wing was down here, slide it up so that this can go into the port right there. Come on, you. Go into the port and you can shove that up. Okay, there we go. Go into the port. All right. Now this stuff right here. Bend it. This thing, if it's down like this, bend it back so it can be out of the way. This part, how can I have this freaking camera? Lift this up so that we can make sure that we rotate this kinda forward. We want it to go in front of these wheels. So basically we need to slide this up and then slide everything, or actually kind of slide on this bar first, then slide that bar. Good. Now we can rotate it out this way, and basically we need to just make sure this is out the way, bring this down in such a way that we can get all of this under here and into this area. It needs to get all the way underneath of all of that molding right there. Once you do that, we can push this piece back out. That came loose. And now we can fold this little tab into that port right there. So bend it, but plug that together. Yay! Let's see if I can get that smooth over here as well. Fold it up. Slide, bend it out so it can be in front of the wheels. Slide that up. Then slide this forward. Bend this up, bend this out the way. Move this little thing out of the way. And get this down underneath of all of the side stuff right there. Move this little piece forward. And dab this into place and put the wing frickin' back. If it will, come on you. I swear I try to stop saying come on you. But I keep saying it and I get mad every time I'm editing. But here he is. Here it is in its space shuttle mode. Here's one amazing thing to me. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't show, or did I? I don't know if I showed this step right here. But basically it was lifted up and it needed to go in there. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do a whole separate how-to video. People probably skipped this and went straight for the finished version anyway. It has this landing gear right here with real rolling wheels. You can't see it, but there are little tiny wheels right here. That blew my mind. And they really work. Here is my Studio Series Bumblebee. Probably still too big for him. Here's my G1 tailgate and Warpath. They are probably in scale. Here's an MP10. All right, here's a Fans Toys aerial bot. So, the aerial bot is longer than Astrotrain. Besides the wheels and the landing gear, there isn't much to this. You can adjust all of this. I wouldn't adjust these too much. It might start untransforming. These are adjustable. And gun storage. I don't know how to do gun storage in this version or this mode. Let me try to figure out something. If I can't figure it out, I know that Sony and Paik did figure it out. There's that. There's this. Now my plan was to go to train mode first because of this feature right here. He comes with this translucent train track. Here's what you can do as far as the shuttle mode. This thing can bend And how does it, I always forget how you bend the crap. Yeah, right there it bends. And then there is a little piece right here. It's hard to get my fingernails in there to get that started, but there's that. Bend that forward and it pegs into here. Up here, we can lift this piece up, and where are they? These things right here come out, and they can plug into this. And now there are two little ports right there that we can plug this into. Come on. And then it can sit there. So that's a display option right there. Plus this is adjustable, so we can slide it to here. You got that option right there. So cool that this can do all that. And that's probably some of the reason why this costs so much. Now, what is Sony trying to bug me about? I told him I'm filming this. But to go back, shove, push this down, lift that up. And this is scary at first. But yeah, train tracks. I'm going to start up here by separating this right there and bringing that tabs into that actually. And now I'm going to start undoing some of this stuff right here, like untabbing this, untabbing that right there, and moving this piece right here down to get that out of the way, and removing this out of here. Now we can start sliding this back up right there, moving it down here, and now we can get it into this area, bring it to here, and I guess leave it like this for now. This out of there. Slide this back up and that up to here or to here. Shut this. You can actually, this is folded in here, unfold that. I didn't do that over here, so unfold that. Get this back into that orientation right here. Back here, you can lift this up, unfold, bring that back out, but unfold this wheel right here. Get that out, fold this up into that orientation, unfold the wheel, get that out. We can like kind of untab on that, lift this out, start stretching this out, but we can leave that alone. Untab these right here, unpeg right here first, then we can split the legs. Like I said, spudger. I mean, you could do whatever you want, don't use a spudger, but these pegs that holds this stuff together, they are very scary little pegs. And this ain't my toy, so yeah, I'm gonna be careful. So what I'm gonna do now is unclip this right here, gonna bring this in this way while lifting that up, we can lift this up out of there, accordion the leg out of this area right there. Lift this up, do that, do this, lift this up, on accordion the leg, and like I said, that lower joint is so tight. Now we can start rotating this stuff inward. Bring that in. And actually, let me turn it this way. Start getting it to a position over top of that ankle thing. And getting it back into shape right here. Same stuff over here. Alright. And now these knees should be like kind of bent down as close to this part as possible. I'm sorry, this probably looks a whole freaking mess because this thing is so dark. I have lights right here, but it's still not illuminating this thing. Now at this point we can open this up and rotate these panels to make that just blank again. Do that on both sides. Bend this down like this. Bend this down. Well, actually, before we do that, bend this down and make sure that this is slid up enough. Come on, you. Here we go. I had this here. Alright. If it's in this little groove, you should be in the right spot. Bend this way. And the gray part should fit inside of this little hole at the front of the foot that you've probably been seeing the whole time in robot mode. Same thing with this side. Yeah. Get it pegged in there and squeeze all this. Make sure these are like rotated like kind of forward and out the way. Now we can bring this down. Open this up. These bend in and they peg into the fin, but peg that in kind of less. If the legs didn't move out of the daggone way, you should be able to get this plugged into that. If you do that, we can shove that in a bit. Bring this down. Get that into place. Right there. Came loose on me on this side. This was tough for me to do. I had to basically squeeze this on my chest. Get all that squeezed together. Squeeze this in. Now we could bring this down. This needs to be angled like this, and the little hump needs to be higher. Now we can push this in there while shoving all this stuff. Oh man. Panel formers. Instead of me fighting with this all day, you get the picture. I can't do this in front of the camera. That's frustrating. You need to get this into the cavities right there on both sides without knocking all this, and I can't, unfortunately, I can't do that. So once again, let me clean it up. I hate to be that type of guy. Now that that's in there, or I got everything squeezed together up here as best I could. Plug that in, and let's see. There we go. Now it looks neater. But this can lift up, this can pull out, rotate around this way, and plug back in. Pull out, rotate this way, plug back in, and these pull out, rotate, go back up, make it look like it has windows right here. Pull out, rotate, push in. And I think I'm done. Besides the gun storage right here. You can take this clip, put it underneath of his legs, shove it up under there, and yay. Here's a train. Oh wait, one more thing. Crap. There are two holes, two little tiny pegs on this. We need to line it up like perfectly. Yeah. Now we can line this up. I feel like this is one of my worst transformation jobs ever. I'm gonna have to do a separate video. It's like mandatory. But anywho, now he should be able to get onto these train tracks, which admittedly I haven't tried yet, and it should work. At least the back two wheels are rolling. These, you can get all that to work, but it works a couple times usually and then stops. It doesn't seem to want to go forward. And I am putting all types of tracks in my background right now that you probably can't see because of the lighting. But yeah, oh boy, this was stressful. It looks nice. Looks like Astrotrain should look, except I think this area was purple on the original toy. But since it's fans toys and they want to be cartoon accurate and things have to be a tiny bit complicated, you're not going to get an easy, simple G1 transformation. Transparent part right there. You get this new transparent stuff. This is still posable. You've seen all the wheels moving. And that's probably it right there for that. Warpath. Tailgate. Studio Series Bumblebee. Now this is probably more accurate than the Space Shuttle. This guy. The jet again. The jet is still a little bit longer. And yeah. Final thoughts. I really like this thing. Transformation. It's not too, once you do it once, it's not too difficult to do, especially if you're not doing it on camera with your arms stretched out in front of the camera. From behind it, it's more simple It's way simpler than I thought, especially when I was watching, Pig for Life do it. But these things are always difficult the first time. When you don't know the steps, they're always difficult. But to be honest with you, you're not going to be transforming this thing like back and forth, back and forth. Probably just do it once for fun and then come back to it like a couple of years from now when you want to take some picture that randomly popped into your head. But this looks good. The space shuttle looks good. The robot looks good. To me, honestly, with what Astrotrain looked like on the cartoon and the original toy, to me, they knocked it out of the park with all three modes. All three modes look really good. Didn't have too many problems with the robot mode as far as anything. Just a few pieces of articulation to nitpick about. This is what I expected. The space shuttle is what I expected. I'm happy, and it's cool that they even have storage down there. And I love the optional angry face. Now this little weird piece is just extra. I don't even care about it. The cool displays tracks is cool. So yeah, I think it's worth it. If this thing is still available somewhere, get it. If it becomes available again, get it. Thank you, Matt, the bot supplier, for allowing me to review this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos.